This is part 1 of the Great Catholic Showdown. It's called Jimmy and the Bells, a story of reverence and ruckus. It's a true story from when I was a kid about how my brother Jimmy and I almost got in really big trouble for waking up an entire town, all thanks to a tiny keyboard. It's all about bells, chaos, and a moment of unexpected irreverence. And believe it or not, it sets the stage for something we'll dig into in part 2 about the Mass, tradition, and why reverence isn't always a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Anyway, here's how it all got started. When I was 8 years old, my older brother Jimmy, who was 10, was always in charge. If I didn't do what he said, I paid the price. We were altar boys at St. James Parish in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania. One winter morning, we were scheduled to serve at the 6 a.m. Mass, but on that day, Jimmy woke me up at 5, 30 minutes early. Mikey, get up. Why so early? Get up. I knew better than to argue. We put on our clothes and trudged through the snow, arriving first.
Jimmy, what are we doing?
Jimmy grinned.
Mikey, today we're exploring.
We weren't looking to steal anything, just fascinated by all the off-limits places. So we did explore. Drawers, closets, hidden staircases, anything without a lock. Then, near the sanctuary, hidden right there in plain sight, was the huge church organ we had never really noticed before. It loomed, massive, humongous, multi-tiered, covered with knobs, pedals, gizmos, doodads. It looked like a spaceship. But then next to this beast was a tiny keyboard, like the big one had a little sidekick. Jimmy flipped the switch to on, and there was an electric hum. Jimmy hesitated. Then he pressed a key. We froze. That wasn't the organ. That was the bell tower, the one that had never, ever been used as an alarm clock. The voice inside me screamed, "Run!" The voice inside Jimmy screamed, "Again!" Holy moly, we were in so much trouble. I wanted to yell stop, but my mouth forgot how to work. And then Jimmy got quiet. He focused in and did it. Yep, my brother Jimmy played Shave and a Haircut on the church bells. Some folks wake up to roosters. On that day, Wilkinsburg woke up to Jimmy. Then we heard, our stomachs dropped. We were dead. We bolted down the hall, down the stairs, out the back door, into the freezing cold air. Halfway home, Jimmy grabbed my arm.
Mikey, wait. We have to serve Mass.
Go back? Was he joking? No, he wasn't. On the way, he laid out his strategy. Deny everything. We got back to church, opened the door, and Father Murphy was standing right there, furious. We acted as innocent as altar boys.
Good morning, Father. How are you? Lovely day, isn't it?
Father Murphy glared.
Were you boys in here earlier?
No, Father, but why?
He narrowed his eyes and paused. Then he said,
Never mind. Get ready.
We did. That day, Jimmy made me swear never to tell anybody. And I never did, until now. Because I just found out that there's a 50-year statute of limitations on pinky swears. Who knew? You know what? That same collision of reverence and ruckus, turns out it shows up in one of the biggest conflicts in our church today. Be sure to listen to part 2 of the Great Catholic Showdown, the Battle of Opposites, what Vatican II actually said and didn't. See you then.